Everybody, this is teaching moment number 5 in my series of teaching moments for my staff. Every week I think everybody has experienced a challenge of some kind or another. And that challenge that you're experiencing is no less challenging for you as it is for me when I witness that challenge. So you all need to kind of keep in mind that the challenges that you guys are feeling, the stress, the pressure, is also being felt by me, because I a lot of times identify those challenges and bring them to the attention of staff, and it's not an easy thing for me to try to be patient and understanding while we're in the growth phase and this growth as an organization, and so you all kind of keep that in perspective. I decided today, instead of just giving you something completely new, is kind of review a little bit about the teaching moments that I have already discussed with you, the first 4. And one of the goals that I have is to try to teach 5 to 10 things that you can grasp. Obviously I'm going to be teaching you a lot more than just 5 or 10 things, but my goal is to give you 5 or 10 things that you can hold on to that will hopefully be able to be implemented to help you become a more successful employee. I mentioned a couple of the employees that some of the things that you learn here hopefully will be something you can apply in your family life as well, and that's also a great benefit to these teaching moments and to this new style of business this new business approach that I've taken towards training. I want to begin with an overview, which I think it's important because during this whole process, I sometimes forget to thank you guys, because I understand there's going to be a lot of sacrifice, there's going to be dedication, commitment, there are going to be resources that some of you are going to have to do. Like I've encouraged you guys to, at home, on YouTube, go to Carlos Solis RPH, and if you want to review some of the things that have been discussed today, obviously they'll be available for your convenience at home. And so I am posting these moments on YouTube so that you can pick your favorite one. Hopefully all of them are your favorites. But there's always 1 or 2 that may have a strong, a personal resonance or feeling for you, that maybe that's bringing you a new message that you really felt was important. You want to hear it again. So I do encourage you guys to go onto YouTube and at your convenience, review some of these teaching moments that we've gone over. The journeys I've talked about before, it can be frustrating, it can be scary, it can be intimidating at times. But I believe each one of you as part of this team are willing to take that necessary action to get it done. That's why you've chosen to stay on with this team. So I have the belief that you are committed to taking the action that it's going to take to become a part of this team and be a successful part of this team. However, I know there's at least three things that are going on in your minds. And so I kind of identified those 3 things. The first one is, you're probably saying, I'm not sure about this training. Keep in mind that this type of situation happens virtually with everybody, especially something that's new and challenging. But you've got to trust and you've got to believe in the program. When I first started the Ideal Weight Loss Program, I had the same identical thoughts, whether the weight loss program was going to work for me. So I understand that when you try something new or you're being introduced to something new, there is that huge big question mark, boom, whether this is actually going to result in the things that I've been talking about. 2, can you individually really do this? The question you're asking yourself is, can I do this? And let me reassure you, you can do this. As we go through this training and as you gain more and more knowledge, and as you begin to acquire better skills, and as your competency improves, you will begin to say, I can do this. As I was going through the first month or 2 of my weight loss program, I began to see the weight loss coming off, and I began to say, this is working. But it took a while. It didn't happen overnight. It took, a few months before I started saying, hey guys, man, this is really working now that I've committed to this program. 3, I'm sure you said this, and I understand it. Sure, the boss can do this. You've been doing this for a long time. Or he has a lot more training than I do. Or he's just naturally smart. If you catch yourself saying these things, stop. Don't let these type of thoughts limit you. I am not naturally smart. I worked very hard, studied very hard to get where I am today. Keep in mind that I'm going to show you everything that I know so that you will succeed in implementing these mindsets and these skills. Never let doubt win. When doubt begins to creep in, say to yourself, I can do this. Keep in mind, guys, that most people don't commit, don't attempt to learn. They just simply go through the motions and wonder why they don't succeed. So it's simple. You've got to believe in yourself. Once you begin to believe in yourself, you will begin to find a huge sea of change for yourself. One final warning. You may find a person or people in your life that might be adding to your doubts. It may be a spouse, it may be a best friend, your mom, or another fellow employee. Don't let them hold you back, guys. You have to overcome the other doubters. Besides just your own doubts, you've got to overcome the other people who have doubts on what we're trying to accomplish here at Ridgepoint Medical Pharmacy. So don't let other people's fears prevent you from growing and gaining this new competency. Trust this process. You have to go through this journey in order to reach your destination. With the proper mindset, new skills, and competency, you will have confidence to do this, and hopefully a lot more. This is your time, your new beginning. Make it happen now. So guys, I want to emphasize that the journey is difficult for all of us. And I like to use the word journey because it's something that we're going through together. And I certainly want each one of us to grow as a team. But it's going to require effort. I think everybody has seen, and there's been a lot of people who've been astonished by my weight loss that I've experienced over the last 5.5 months, going on 6. And I know some of you are starting that journey yourselves in your own weight loss attempts. But if you commit, if you really, really commit to the process and make the sacrifices today in order to get the rewards tomorrow, you'll be happy that you made the sacrifice. Because I'm living proof that the sacrifice does have its payoffs. And I'm trying to be a living example that sacrifice does have its rewards. They may not be immediate, but they will come. You just have to be patient for them to come. Let's get back to work.